There's two things I wanted to talk about. Uh, First, I wanted to say that I like this idea of making the ship a little wider at the back that we're doing with the assemblers, what we got going on here.
Yes.
I don't know if that's the best place for the assemblers. It may be the best place for the assemblers. I ended up putting thrusters there in the design that I was doing in creative mode. But one of the things I wanted to do was like push these hydrogen tanks out. Like the second one, the one in the very middle, I wanted to push it out like 2 blocks.
So, okay.
We got to get a lot of thrusters on this thing that we don't have yet. And
I think it's going to widen it considerably, which is fine with me. I kind of think it needs to be wider.
I want to fatten out the butt pretty bad, man. I really want to fatten it out. In my design, I put big wings and stuff on it and really made it fatter.
Yeah.
And I can... oh, go ahead.
So the assemblers are going to stay where they're at, and you're going to move the tanks out.
Well, they could stay where they're at, or they could move somewhere else. I don't really know.
I'm just asking, is the tanks and the assemblers moving out together, or are you just moving the tanks out? Is what your thought is?
Well, my thought actually was that we might put the assemblers in the space created by moving the tanks, and that we could use the industrial assemblers.
Oh, okay. I like the industrial assemblers.
I don't know what...
the only thing that I don't like about the industrial assemblers is they have the yield or speed modules go on the top and the bottom, so it makes it harder to...
Oh, yeah. They have to wrap all the way around.
Yeah, that is a pain, I agree. I don't know that we have any ice. For some reason, we don't have any ice. I don't know why, but we don't have any ice.
While we have plenty of hydrogen, it's just all stockpiled into these tanks on.
Oh. Okay. That sucks.
That's where they went?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
So we'll say the hydrogen tanks are half full right now. All of them.
Oh, okay.
So if we were going to end up removing these, we're going to have to or stockpile the back ones so we can empty out the front ones. We'll say with my design, I ended up moving the jump drives out to, we'll say, in front of the assemblers. We still have 4 of them. It's just that I just moved them out so that we have more area in the center section.
And what would we do with more area in here? One thing that comes to mind for me is that at some point we could put a safe zone in there if we wanted to do that.
That's one of the reasons why I ended up giving more area in there.
Is that like one of our goals for this? Because if it is, then we probably should try and move some stuff on the interior around, just because I think that the area in the front is, while a good size, not big enough for like a safe zone and decent living quarters and stuff. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but
I'm having a hydrogen bottle emergency. I'll be right there.
Oh, yes. I understand how that works.
So you're thinking, definitely I think we should go wider.
Mm-hmm.
How that looks, I'm cool with whatever. I'm not real like set on any one idea as far as tanks and assemblers. I think that's kind of the cool part about that is like let's move it out and move this stuff around, and then the fun part for me is like trying to figure out how to make it look good and how we access it, and stuff like that. And,
right.
That's what I liked about building.
The accessories.
Well, it's just kind of the challenge is like, oh yeah, you gotta fit all this stuff in here, and do you sit there and pre-plan a whole lot and so it's perfect the first go around? I kind of think, well, you give it a shot and it's like, oh yeah, that's not working. Let's just grind that down or pick that up and move it out this way, and you know, got a trial and error. It evolves into whatever it is, and I think that's cool because I think that you end up with some pretty unique builds that way.
Yeah. I mean, as long as we end up having one assembler, one refinery, and at least one jump drive, that's basically the gist of the ship.
Yeah.
Because we can build anything that we need.
One thing I really don't like about this design is that, like, I had this space behind the jump drive where you could run conveying, and Zaplo didn't really understand that, and he slapped another jump drive right on the back of it. And because he did that, you guys had to run this conveyor line all over the top of this, which is freaking expensive. I mean, each one of these blocks is 10 PCU, and they're not required. So I mean, maybe we should tear out all the jump drives, just tear them all out, and we should start bumping them out to the sides a little bit so we have more of this internal space where these two internal drives are, where we can do stuff with the safe zone or whatever. And maybe we'll leave the hydrogen tanks where they are, and we'll just kind of, you know, tear out these jump drives. Is that okay with people?
Well, my blueprint actually has the thrusters, those points, like where you're standing at that conveyor junction.
Yeah, I don't want to use your blueprint, and I don't want to use my blueprint. And actually, now that we're here, I don't want to look at any of them, because if I show you my blueprint, it is like a completed design-ish.
Yeah.
And I would like to continue doing this, like, with you during this playthrough.
I understand.
Instead of, so I just am using it as, like, in my mind, like, I have a vision now, which is going to conflict with everyone else's vision, but it's just a vision in my brain, you know?
Yeah.
Something we can work with.
I have no vision. I just showed up.
I got a vision. So I'm going to grind down these two jump drives by putting a grinder on the welding arm.
Okay. I like it. I'm okay with the jump drives moving. Should we say hi to everybody? You know, maybe catch a picture or something?
Oh, yeah, we should totally do
we just
that.
jumped right into planning stuff. Let's get busy.
Well, and that's one of the big problems with a lot of shows that I watch, is that that's what they do. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to just watch you just play. Like, I'd like a little more. Just a little more. Yeah, so where do you want to do that? You want to do it on the, stand on the ship somewhere or something?
Hey guys, how's it going? Bearded here. I'm here with Echo and Cosmic, and we're back. Allied Traders. We're going to do some more work on the ship today, try to move some things around and collaborate and make this look like something that's, I guess, flyable. I don't know. So it'll be fun. We got some plans, we got some things to talk about, and I'm getting done with the squishy green grass. I don't know about you guys, but I think we need to be going soon.
Well, I'm going to take a sample with me.
Oh, man.
I'm going to have a little terrarium in my room.
Put it in your fish tank. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good plan. We'll put it there.
Well, let's get busy.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to try and grind up these jump drives so we can move them.
So,
with the new grinder. Yes.
I guess I'll go back to trying to. Are we okay with having living quarters by the refineries up here, or since we're moving things in the back to go wider, we could make stuff back there? I mean, what are your thoughts with? Because you're gonna have a lot more space down the core of the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what do you want to do with it? Like you said, safe zone. We said living quarters. We said all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and I think it'll be pretty easy to fill it up, honestly. Let's tear out these jump drives and see what that gives us. Which one of these grinders is mine? So that's just like one jump drive.
Are you sticking with 4 jump drives, or are we going back to 2?
I'm cool with having lots of jump drives. I don't really.
Okay.
I mean, whatever, you know, I think 2's kind of a minimum. I just did a jump in my far from home scenario, and my ship's a little heavy, but I only went 300 kilometers, so, you know.
That's not real impressive, I'm gonna say.
Right. That's not. Yeah, that's not real impressive.
But like you said, your ship is heavy.
Yeah, it's like 8 million kilograms or something.
Maybe, have you looked at it? Maybe putting the jump drives horizontal instead of vertical and stacking them like 2 instead of.
Oh, I haven't looked at that at all.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right now you got it vertical. If you just maybe went down, just stacked them, I guess. Then you have 2 on either side, and it kind of keeps the height of the ship down because we're pretty thick that direction, and maybe widens it a little
with
bit.
This. Well, I want the other. If we're gonna do this with this jump drive that I have here, the one and the assembler, I want to do it to the other side and see what that looks like before we move forward, just so we can do something symmetrical. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Somehow we got some parts in this jump drive, so it's taken me a minute to get rid of it.
The one on the other side here?
Yeah, somehow we got something started. Probably the welder just hit it and put everything in it that it had. There, I finally got it. So we need to get like some more thrusters on this thing. Oh yeah, speaking of that, your thrusters in the front, I want to put like big hydrogens on it, and not in the front, but I'd kind of like to just put big hydrogens somewhere else. What do you think about that?
I was thinking that, you know, I'm kind of on the same page with that. I was thinking this would flare out more toward the middle. Like you could almost make a nacelle for each side with more thrusters for your directional ones. Just a thought.
Yeah, I think they need to bump out.
Yeah.
I do think they need to bump out on the side at the back.
Yeah, even if it kind of becomes a wedge-shaped ship, I think, you know, if you shape it right, it'll look cool. But you could easily do that. And have, you know, reverse thrust and forward thrust kind of back there. Those small ones I put in the front, I was just kind of thinking was to, you know, kind of augment what we have as far as big thrusters. Because you have, I guess my thought is too, if you damage a big thruster and it's like, you know, one of your main modes of thrust and you're out, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of something there.
That's true.
The other thing is, though, you could change that out. Yeah, PCU. If you wanted to put guns in front, you could replace those thrusters with guns. It's all conveyor, so it might be easy to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I was just trying to find slots to put things.
Yeah. I'm going to get a safe zone and just see what it looks like in here. Oh, I mean, that's not, you know, a placement that's just in here. But, I mean, like, you know, it kind of fits. I think this is maybe, that's actually hooked up. But that's kind of what they look like. So it's like, we could center it in the ship. If we do that, we can't walk through the center of the ship, right? Unless we walk under it or over it.
Well, I mean, you got your reactor down here.
Like, I don't want to build one now, but I just want to have room. Yeah, we can move that, you know? Do you think we should move that? Like, that's one of the things on my mind is that, you know, maybe the safe zone goes behind that and the reactor comes forward. I know that's not centering the safe zone, but...
Hold on. I had an idea.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Yeah, do you think, man? I want to see what you got going on.
Stuff. I need to get some stuff in my inventory.
One of the things I think that's nice about having some extra space in the inside that we don't, like in the engineering, that we haven't necessarily done anything with, is just that if we need to slap something in there real temporary, like, we kind of can.
Yeah.
Like in the future for whatever reason.
So you could get kind of cool with some different levels.
Oh.
You know, like you have this level down here where you've got the reactor,
Yeah.
put some glowy lights, and then you have another whole catwalk system that goes up to the safe zone.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of cool. I mean, you can still see the safe zone when you walk. I mean, you can still see the reactor.
Right.
You can see both of them as you walk in. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Maybe that's where we'll put our safe zone in the future if we get
Where
to
you
that.
at, Echo? Come look at this, see what you think. Is he here? Where'd he go?
He's here somewhere.
Oh, I think he might be muted.
Yep, I was muted. But I'm right above you.
I want your take on some of this too.
Yeah, that's good.
We could also push it into the floor as the other choice.
Push
And
the
just make it go down where the thrusters are, like in that zone, because we got like 2 blocks down there, or 3 blocks where those large grid thrusters are like, we're going to be doing something with the space under the ship. It's probably going to have some other thrusters, you know, like ions or whatever, but I mean, we could theoretically like just push the safe zone into it a little bit, like 2 blocks into the floor or whatever. I'm not advocating, I'm just putting thoughts in your head, that's all.
Yeah, I didn't even consider having all that space down here. We're gonna have to move the ship out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something.
We're in the base right now.
Oh yeah. Well, that was one of the things I was kind of like wishing we'd done a little differently. Is put a little more effort into. I know that looks crazy.
Actually, it doesn't. I'm kind of liking it because you could do all kinds of cool shaping stuff to put them up.
Yeah.
You really want to go forward fast, don't you?
Yeah. I thought it'd be cool to like round these out and make it look like a modern aircraft a little bit by putting these big giant thruster modules on either side.
Oh, like in the almost like a big tail section.
Oh yeah, I want to make a big tail section, and like back here where I'm flying, like I'd love to dock a ship here.
Put a spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to put a big spoiler on it, basically. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
So I would almost. Let me see something real quick, just to see.
No, you're fine. And maybe you could do it, or if you're gonna add on it, do it there. And
No,
I guess the other side's
I was
taken out.
gonna, like, instead of having those here.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me find some thrusters on my
You
bar.
go out even farther.
Well, because you can angle it if you use the 1x2 slopes, it would angle the tail section, I guess is what I was going for.
That's the kind of stuff I had in my brain when I was doing my design, where I wanted to put an angled fin like you're doing, and I didn't do it, but I wanted the thruster end and then the angled fin to stick out.
Right, I think you could get there. Because if you can imagine that, I don't know how you'd lay that out.
Well, I don't think that's bad. Like, where you put that doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's not where I wanted that. I think it makes like, if you look at the front of the ship, it does make that part pretty wide. Like, I'd rather see it like 2 blocks in.
Than where it's at now?
Yeah. Oh, my health is at 0, and I'm still alive.
Wow.
I don't know how that works, but
How come you're so special?
yeah, I don't know. Fell on my feet. Landed on my feet. We're talking, right? I just forget about the hydrogen. Like, when you look at the front of, oh, well, that's interesting, that angle you've got there. God, that's so weird. It's such a big feature to go that far out.
Well, and I'm wondering too.
The rest of your wing design. Are you trying to? What are you trying to do? Make it pointy? In the end?
No,
I'm
just
not
kind of shape it. I don't know. This is kind of how I shape things out. Just kind of look and
Okay. Can I move these in a little bit? Is that
Yeah.
cool? Let's see what that looks like. And
What is that spy plane, the Black Hawk or something like that? I don't know what they are. I'm not a big aviator person. But they have those, it's like really kind of wide and flat, and it's got those really sloped tail sections to give it stability. It's kind of what I was thinking with your thrusters cluster back there, is to maybe have that, not so much, you know, of course it's not for stability because aerodynamics is not a thing in space engineers.
No, I like the I like paying homage to that though. I mean, to that idea.
Yeah, I think it's aesthetically, it looks better.
One of the things I wanted to ask about was this lateral thruster, like that I did put on here. Do you think that should be farther forward, or I want to throw some other?
I
giant
really
ones on there.
thought that this connector, like you could fit a thruster in here and kind of embed it
Oh, show me that.
up here by the
Yes.
cargo container.
Yeah, that's where I ended up filling up with hydrogen, because my hydrogen tanks that I have over at the other base.
Like if you can
Oh,
imagine,
you want to put a thruster there?
yeah, it kind of tucks it back in, and then you still can flare out on the back and add more thrust if you want.
Yep.
We have to push it out one block from, like, it has to.
Oh, I think you got.
It has to come out one block, or we can't be airtight. Is my only issue with it. Like, I don't think it'll be nested as much as you want.
No, I actually think that one block would be fine.
Oh, okay. Well, slap one on there, dude. See what it looks like. That sounds like a great idea. One of the things I found was kind of difficult when I was messing around with this was trying to get the side, like, up and down thrust in and all the
Yeah.
lateral thrust for, like, ions to, like, add that to the ship as well as the hydrogen.
Man, they just stick out so far. Thrusters
Oh,
are
when you
really
put them on
long.
there.
Yeah, it's the same. It sticks out the same as the one on the you put
Oh,
on the back.
don't use the industrial one. Use the other one.
Yeah, the industrial sticks out 4 blocks instead of 3 blocks.
Oh, what does that do? I kind of like what that does, I guess. Maybe that should be up one.
Which one?
No, I think that's okay. Well, I put these 2 ions in here. Just one goes up, one goes down. The back one goes down, the front one goes up. And the reason I wanted the back one down and the front one up is so I can slope the external armor around that hydrogen thruster that's up there. That's what I was thinking.
Energy low.
So,
I don't
do
know
you
about
tend to
that.
favor the large thrusters because of the thrust to weight ratio offset as opposed to the small?
Thrust to PCU ratio.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about that. So it's like, this is a big capital ship, sort of. I mean, this is a big ship to build in survival. So I'm like, it just needs to have big ass thrusters. And I just slapped that on here. I don't know. One of my things that when I was messing around designing things, one of my issues was that I need to go back a lot. Like to put fins on it and make the back of it interesting. And so I don't think if we're going to do any of that interesting shit with the back of the ship that we can actually finish it down here. Like, I think we're going to need to take off.
Get it
to
up into
finish-
space and then finish up there.
to finish all the details and stuff just because of what we've already done. with things.
Okay, so objectives
If that makes sense.
for this would be I would have some ideas of ions, but maybe not implement them, and then we just concentrate on getting what needs to be in for leaving atmosphere, because once you're to space you can do all kinds of stuff and not have to be constrained with gravity and stuff.
That's just so big that I just kind of like, I mean, it'll be a whole different ship if we don't at least decide where they go.
No, I totally agree, put them in, but don't sit there and we have to have them welded up and functional in order to leave.
Gosh, no, we're going to take off the hydrogen.
Okay.
Yeah. I liked your bridge, Spirited. I went and walked around and looked at it. I thought it was a cool setup.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should I continue with the... I'm not sure about the catwalk and the second level. I don't know.
Well, I understand what you're saying when you say that. Like, why? But I also thought it was pretty cool.
It's crowded, that's for sure.
Well, you're using up all the block space, or almost all of it, and I think that that's great, because that's what makes designs look better often. I mean, just putting all the blocks in, that you can, even if they're not wonderful, sometimes makes it look better. It's because it's more busy, and, that makes it a little more real, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, talking about living spaces. So one idea I had was come stand on top of the bridge with me.
Okay. On top of the bridge. I'm in the bridge. I'm coming up top. Here I come. Okay.
So I had this idea that we could have like a upper deck, like on the roof.
Okay.
Kind of like the top of an aircraft hangar, or like the dome on an aircraft. Does that make sense at all? I kind of feel like I need to pull these thrusters.
Like a comms kind of thing, or I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not doing a super good job. So like I wanted to make maybe this or something higher or lower or whatever. I wanted to make this like a deck. And I wanted to fill this space like in between here with like some second level where I gotta get fuel. Ooh, oh man. At least I landed next to the hydrogen tank.
Because you talked about having a landing area up here for small grid ships, right?
Yeah, I thought that'd be in the back behind all, like up on top of these, like actually just like right here. And that we'd have a door in the middle of the ship with an airlock. That conveyor port could be an airlock.
Right.
That just opens right onto our little landing deck.
I lost you. You were back here.
Oh,
sorry.
That's okay.
Like you're saying right here, and I'm like, where's here? I don't see Cosmic.
Yeah, so like here, there's this conveyor junction right in the middle.
Gotcha.
I would like maybe make that an air vent and turn this into an airlock. And then I'm like on the deck right now. Like this is the deck. And then we have like connector like maybe right here. And we can like land our utility ship there, or maybe a couple of utility ships back here. It'll all be protected behind the back of the ship. Like the thrusters and everything on the sides and all this stuff will help protect that area. And
okay.
I thought it would integrate it really well with the rest of the ship instead of like just having a connector on the side with something glommed onto the side of that,
What was your thought up here then? I guess is where...
Oh yeah, so I thought maybe we'd have some stairway that like leads up to here, and then like when I'm in my little thing I did, this was the floor, and then I had like windows on the sides here where these other blocks are. I had like windows that I had.
Okay.
So that this was like a living area that had a lot of space in it that could be filled in. So I mean. I was doing this with like angle blocks, like maybe like this. I can't remember what I did, whether it was this or that. I don't know.
So kind of like an observatory almost?
A little bit. I thought we'd have our little boardroom in there or whatever.
Okay.
Let me chop a few more of these out and just see if I got some windows on me. I don't. But anyways, where these angled blocks are, I thought that would be like a line of windows, maybe two windows tall, and it would kind of dome. This thing would kind of dome over like an aircraft kind of looks.
Okay.
Let me.
I think that's workable.
There's Eco. That's freaking great, man. That's what you were doing at your ice mine. Nice, man. Yeah, that's good. That's nice. Take a ride on the.
That's what that connector is for. So I can connect. But we remove the connection between that.
There you go.
Tanks.
There you go. You
Yeah, I
can
was
try
gonna
now
say
if you want.
that's easy fix.
Yeah, we fixed it. Bearded, come back here and tell me what you're thinking about, like, why, because you were saying that you don't think there's enough room with the current block placement to,
Yeah, not so much with the thrusters. Like when you're sloping that out,
yeah.
I guess like if it came off to the right more, I don't know.
Which part?
This whole cluster of thrusters.
Oh,
here.
the whole thing.
Yeah, like go out one more.
Oh. Well, okay.
Because I get where you're going, and I like the idea. I think if you give it one more block, you could slope it in a little more, and still
Okay.
incorporate some of the detail from like the jump drives with the lighting that they have. And I just found with other builds that I've done that I tend to neglect room for armor blocks and different, decorator blocks, stuff like that, lights and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's why I have this one space here. Like, I think that's enough to shape the hull and everything. But if you think like the overall like design would look like, you come at the front or whatever, and you look at it, and I kind of see what you're saying, really, like where you think maybe it should all go out one more block on each side, like all those thrusters. Is that?
I'm thinking that's what I would like to see, and I
Okay.
would even say more, but I get where you want to kind of constrain that. But
Well, let's try two and see what that looks like.
Go up. I'm heavy, and I'm about to blow. Loki, bye.
I heard it.
What just happened?
Are we doing another rescue mission?
I see him over there. Oh, I see him. Oh, man.
Nah, I'm still flying. Barely.
Call that flying, Echo?
Barely.
He did say barely. Yeah, he did qualify.
Hey, guess what? Echo's
I'm
upside down.
What?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Fuel low.
My fuel is low. Can I make it? Ooh!
Fuel
I made it.
I guess I should go
critical.
check this out.
Just be careful.
This is the
Someone
fun
tried
part.
that before.
Yeah?
You guys are hilarious.
He's doing what you did with Zafflo's miner.
What did I do with his miner?
When he first
Oh.
built it,
Okay.
tried to flip it back over.
Oh.
What if you tried rolling the other way? Let me get... Yeah, come this way. Can you do that way? No. Ooh, I got an idea.
Dig a hole.
Maybe. Do we have components? Whoa! Okay, which way do you want to turn? That way?
That's the easiest one.
Okay. Let me find it. Go! It's a start.
Piston. Reverse.
Now, can you flip from there or no?
I left the gyros on override, so
Dang. You can do it. Am I rolling you the right way?
so far.
Okay. Just making sure. Oh, you're getting close.
Yeah. On my side now instead of on my top. And coming down. Woo.
Are you at least upright now? Oh, kinda. Well, you're kind of airborne.
All the surface.
Oh, yeah. Can you level off any more than that? There you go. There you go. You're up.
Congratulations, guys.
Well, we're not home yet.
Oh. What are you guys doing?
I'm just making sure he doesn't crash
Oh,
again.
you're down here. No, where are you? Man.
We're down the hill. You should see us now.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi. Are you fixing him as he flies?
No, well, we got him flight worthy, and then we're just trying to make it back.
All right.
You're almost there.
Think. Lock.
Angled fins. Oh, instead of one.
Oh. Well, I was definitely wanting to have multiple fins, and I thought I'd start with like a central fin, and then I also had this idea that maybe off the, like the inside, like this area here, they could come out at a diagonal, like out up this direction.
Yeah.
That was the other thought I was thinking. Or they could just come out to the side, so like we could have one on the... Oh. Well, that's a first for us. Hey, buddy.
Hi. There's
Let's
that.
go get our stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I need that.
Oh, you both ended up moving?
Yeah, we had a little problem.
Rapid disassembly of a jetpack.
Rapid disassembly of a clone. Yeah, so I have like one fin sort of started there as an example, like, and then I was thinking about doing some weird stuff here. I don't know.
So, do you think before we get too involved with that we move the ship forward somehow? Or are we just gonna go with it? Unless you think all the thrust is there that you need to get us out of here and then do all that. It's because,
yeah,
our left
we have
side...
all the thrust. Yeah, we have enough thrust to go to space.
Okay.
Yeah. Like to just, because mostly it's just lift off, don't tip over, keep going up.
Okay.
Just go straight.
Right. Like that's it.
Well, considering we don't have gyros on here as of yet.
Oh yeah, those are important.
All we're trying to do is go up.
Yeah.
Or straight.
Yeah.
The gyros do need to be like somewhere in the middle. Maybe we can put them underneath the assemblers.
Yeah, you can do that. There's room. That is so funny. I'm just welding away and I'm doing my thing, putting my blocks in, and I'm using just like regular weldless whites and grays, and then I weld this block up and it's disco green.
That would be me.
Echo's been here.
Yeah, we know where Echo's been.
All right, is that the total length, or are you gonna keep going with it?
What do you want?
Oh, I'm asking because you're almost to the height of the back middle fin.
Yeah, and I expected the back middle fin to either be lower or taller than this fin, one of the two.
Okay.
But I think it goes back at an angle okay. Like I think it does that in all 3 dimensions.
Yeah. I think it's worth a shot. You just have now you get to mirror it on the other side when we get up into space. I hope this is going to be airtight up here. For all my work trying to figure it out.
Well, gonna have to close it in. See what happens.
What is with the interior plate, man?
Don't have any?
Well, I just keep getting shorted by it. I don't know. There it goes. I also have to queue up a bunch, maybe.
Yep, somebody just did that. So you're gonna be just fine.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, I don't know where the leak's at.
Oh no.
On a bridge or in the secondary room?
That little living quarters I was trying to seal up. I thought it was a refinery, but I think I got it pretty much sealed around.
Let me see. Which room is this? On the right? On left?
The right of the... yeah. Starboard side of the bridge if you go in that little living quarters. Bridge is airtight. I thought that back half of the refinery, that's airtight, right? If you seal around it?
Well, it's not. No, I don't think it is. I don't think the refinery's airtight.
Oh, I think I see it. weld this up and that might do it.
We got pressure.
Yep, that's what it was.
Good deal.
One conveyor wasn't welded up.
So the back of the refinery is airtight.
Yep.
Okay. Learn something today.
It's just not the modules.
Yeah.
It's starting to take shape, you know? I like it.
Yeah, I think that it is starting to take shape, and that I like it too. So that's really good. I'm glad that we made some changes today.
It's gonna look a little lopsided when we go to take off because we're constrained by the base, but
Yeah.
if it gets up there, when do we want to try to go? I guess.
I mean, we should be ready to go next episode, right?
Yeah, because we can just keep building while we're up in space. That'd be a lot easier.
Some aspects would yeah. Guess what, dude? Yeah, helmet's off.
I saw that. Helmets off. Nice.
Zero.
Too bad I can't do things like wave and stuff. All I can do is zombie dance.
Yeah, what's with that? The emotes sometimes, they just don't want to work.
The minute you use a tool, you're done, man. You only get dancing and zombies.
Well, I think we were productive today, don't you?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think we had a pretty good day. We made a lot of progress getting the rest of the ship like laid out properly. Like where all the thrusters and everything are, and we have an airtight bridge, and we have an airtight, like, there's some living quarters over here, right? Like, this is airtight. We look out the side at the alien landscape.
Soon to be
That's
space. I would love to get to space soon.
It's a good view, good view. All right.
Check out the
Change
bathroom?
dust out. No. Ooh. Is this the bathroom? What are we doing? Oh my.
I don't understand why you're crouching, but okay.
Super fancy. I was looking out the window.
Okay.
It's a better view when you crouch out the window. Oh, that's the air vent just for the bathroom. The bathroom's got its own air vent. I think we probably have enough gyro, but I'm sure we'll find out.
It's a pretty small ship. I mean, that footprint's not very big.
Yeah. It feels huge. I mean, you know, when you're just laying stuff out, you're like, yeah, it's not that big, but it is actually a big ship. I mean, I don't usually complete ships like of this size. I don't ever really get to that point in a game playthrough.
Well, there we go. There's a goal to complete this ship in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. It's looking like 4 more episodes to me.
To complete it?
Yeah.
Get to space next episode?
There's so many blocks that like lay down to cover the ship in armor, you know, and make it look decent that, you know, it's maybe not as hard to think about as a tight space like what you're doing, but it's been taking a bunch of my effort. Wow, did we do the outro?
I don't know. Did we? So what's
I'm not
next
sure.
episode? Yeah, I think we did the outro. I think I'm good to go. If
So
not,
next time, well, let's talk about next time.
next time?
Yeah, we got to talk about our next time plans and plenty more.
I'm sure we're gonna have to get some more ice because how full are we on our tanks, man? That's
The tanks are full.
oh, okay.
It is cool to see you guys run around in engineering.
So
Yeah, all the tanks are full for hydrogen and oxygen.
nice. I say
We don't have any more ice.
yeah, there's ice up in space. I say
We're gonna
next time
take
we pack up, grind down what we need to grind down, and see if we can't get out of the atmosphere. I think that's an awesome goal.
Okay, we have the fuel now, and we have the power, so We even have essentials, right? We got gyros, we got thrusters.
We don't have a roof, but yeah, we got the rest of the stuff we need.
All right. Well, that's a good start.
I mean, there's an airtight bridge, so
Yeah, we're making progress.
Right.
And looks like we're going to be able to airtight everything else eventually.
we don't have anything to defend ourselves. Are we going to think about that?
Well, maybe
Yeah.
that's something else we should be thinking about. Why exactly are we going to space next episode? Or should we wait another one? Like, I don't know. Like,
Oh man, I really want to go to space.
oh, okay.
I'm just saying because even if we meet up with somebody, because that's kind of the purpose is I want to meet up with some people and at the very least, just check out maybe some builds they're doing if we come across a base or something. And I don't want to be hostile, not to start.
Yeah, I don't want to start hostilities, but I'm cool with defending myself.
Right. Yeah, you do have to defend yourself, but I think it would be cool to kind of see, if we can find some other bases and stuff. Well, guys, there it is. We're going to try to get this jalopy up in space next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, saw us make some progress here and there, and we'll see how it goes next time. It'll be fun. Hopefully we can get to see some builds and things like that from the other guys on the server here, and have some interaction, maybe do some trading and all that stuff. So until then, take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.